Maybe it's your first time to have the crown, or you just want to be prepared. Or maybe you just want to see what the king or queen can actually do. And this guide will go over the crown and all of the settings, titles, and abilities the king or queen has. Hey guys, this is Heretic, and this is the Crown Guide. By default, the R5 leader of the alliance that wins the crown event chooses who will have the crown for the given week, and that person must be in the same alliance as the R5. To appoint the new king or queen, click the Appoint Crown icon that appears a few minutes after the event ends. Be patient, it could take a couple minutes before you actually see that icon. From here, you can look through the alliance list and click the Appoint icon next to their name. Whoever is chosen is now the king or queen for the next week.
Hello, King Bob. Welcome to Buckingham Palace.
No.
So this time I'm going to be king, so I click Appoint, and then I select myself and I click Appoint next to me in the interface. So now I give it a minute, and you see the icon on the bottom right changes from the Appoint to the King's icon. You'll see the banner that comes across the top of the screen. Congratulations, Heretic, the new king. I click the King interface there, the icon, and then the very most important thing you're going to want to do is select the secretary. The secretary can do basically everything that the king can do, which is appoint titles and hand out gifts, which are super important. So having someone who has a lot of time that really knows what they're doing is great. You can see now he's actually gone through and appointed a lot of different titles, including the good titles, the officer titles, and the bad titles, which are the slave titles. And we'll go over that in just a minute. All right, as you can see, each one is a little bit different. It's really cool, but let's go into the actual settings across the top. So you can go through and you can change the flag that represents your realm. And so there are a ton of flags to actually choose from. And what's really funny, there's actually some icons you can pick as well, like a fish, a whale, a worm, a bug, a panda, a cow. It's kind of funny. And again, there are so many different flags here. I know of a few that aren't in this list, but it is pretty cool that, the vast majority of countries are actually taken care of here. So that's great. All right, so I wanted to point out that in this game you could be the king or the queen. So in other games it's just the king. In this game, in War and Order, you can pick king or queen, which is really cool. You can also change the realm name. And let's go look at the globe so you can see where that shows up. So I picked the Colombian flag, and if you look across, you can see all of the other different flags that show up. So you can see the whale there, US flag, Chinese flag, there's a cow up there. That's great. So there's a pretty good mix across. There's a Mexican flag I see there, a Spanish flag. Yeah, pretty good. A mix of countries, a lot of empty ones. I'm guessing, I don't know. Australian flag there, I see. All right. So this is really cool how you can actually see that, just going across the globe. And I like the way that they have these worlds set up. You can see here, this is realms 1393 through 1445. If I would have clicked to the left, at the very top there, I could see some of the other worlds, the areas that are together. So it's pretty cool how they kind of balance those into these groups, and you can see the group right there. So looking back here in settings, Again, like I said, you could be the king or the queen, and where that comes in handy is the little message that comes across the top, which is really cool. The other thing that's amazing here is I can select the actual resource that is going to show up more often on the map. So I just changed it from wood to stone, and you can see across the top, King Heretic has changed. I selected stone as the primary resource. That means there will be more stone nodes on the map, which is really cool. And here's a look through the actual gifts that I could hand out. You could do this where you give them to everyone in your alliance or give them to all of your friends. You could also hand them out to people, in other alliances too, because in the end, you want a very active realm. You don't want a dead realm. So, here's kind of the history you can look through so far, who they've been handed out to. Again, the king or queen can do that, or the secretary. All right. So let's take a look through here. There's some, pretty cool options you can do that I haven't seen in other games, which is great. You can actually change the name of the realm, and I'm going to change it here to Pew Pew. All right, confirm. Everything you do here will create a banner message that everyone in your realm will see. I'm going to go over here. Oh, wait, it's not there. When you do some of these actions, it takes a minute for them to actually populate. Now you can see King Heretic changed the realm name to Pew Pew. All right. That's pretty funny. And so now if I go back here to the world, Pew Pew, there we go. Hilarious. Okay. Very cool. It looks like, I don't know what would happen if I put a ton of characters there. I see Sun Soldiers down there in 1427. The way that it kind of divided that up is interesting. Again, as the king or queen, one cool thing is they actually change what your castle looks like, and it looks amazing. I did not know that it actually did that. It is really cool looking. All right, here I'm looking through for my buff. Actually, the buff you can, I forgot. You can actually see it there. Go into, if you click the king, queen menu, you can go in and you can see the appointment there. You can see what I get, which is 12% attack boost, 12% defensive bonus, and 12% raise army. Looking through, the secretary gets monster attack speed and healing speed. I wish they got more, because they do most of the work. The treasurer gets 15% resource output boost. Here, I want to show that people can apply to have a certain title, and you'll see the list of them, and then you can revoke or you can grant it to them. So you can build up a queue of people who actually want this. And it gives you a timer on how long they want to give it to them, how long before you can actually switch it to someone else, which is pretty cool. So just looking through here, there's some pretty good buffs. There's a building bonus buff, march speed attack buff, attack boost and defensive bonus, like that. Resource output Baron, that's a good one for your 30 plus to get some Azurite. Some research. Okay, these are the negative titles here. The Rebel. All right. Got the Servant. Lowers the defense and the march speed. That's pretty nice. The Bandit gets 5% attack debuff. The Convict gets the recruitment speed and gather speed down. The Thief gets the gather speed bonus down. The Clown. The Fool, 10% research down. The Vagrant gets a march speed debuff. That's cool. All right, there's some pretty good options here, some pretty good things that you can do as the king or queen. I'm really excited about it. It's really cool. You get a ton. You get 35 different gifts that you can hand out. What's really cool here is that it doesn't have to be someone in your alliance. You can click this search and you can just type in the person's name and it will go through everyone in your whole realm to hand it out. So that's pretty cool. All right, so I'm going to go find a particular person who kind of helped out. So I have this guy, Urgent Fury. So I want to search for him. He's in a different alliance. So if I go through here, I click search, I type in Urgent Fury. All right, click search. Oh, no result. Let me go back a little bit and see if I can get it. Maybe there's a character or something that's weird. Yeah, there's an underscore there. So I got him, and I just gave him a pack. Pretty cool. I'll go through and kind of plan out what I'm going to do as far as packs, because that's kind of an important thing, isn't it? All right, so I hope this kind of helped to kind of show you what the king or queen can do in the game. It's pretty cool. I hope you're, if it's your turn and you're watching this, if you do have any questions, leave a comment. I'll pay attention to this and try to help you with, especially after I go through this and have a little more experience as the king. So with that, take care.